Okay, this is a little bit more review from Algebra 2 about adding and subtracting rational expressions. If you remember back in middle school, elementary school, if I wanted to add like 1/2 plus 3/2 together, I have to have common denominators, and then I could just add the top. So I have 4/2, and then you can simplify. If you didn't have like denominators, like 1/2 plus 1/3, we had to get them to be alike, right? So we can get them both to be a 6. So that would be, what, multiplied by 3 there, so it would be 3/6 is 1/2, and 2/6 is 1/3. If I add those together, I get 5/6. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing. We're just going to do it with rational expressions. Okay, so here, if the bases are already alike, both 4a squareds, all you got to do is add them together. So you got 13a's plus 5a's gives you 18a's over 4a squared, and then you want to simplify. So it'd be 9 over 2 and a. Okay, once again, you want to subtract. Make sure you do subtract the whole thing. So it'd be a negative 7x and a minus 2. So 9 minus 7 would be 2x. 12 minus 2 would be 10. Okay, then after that you want to simplify. Take out a 2 and divide there. So we have x plus 5 divided by 8. Alright, once again, like denominator, so just add. So I have y squared plus 10y plus 21. Okay, so that's the adding subtracting part. Now we're going to do the multiplying and dividing stuff from before as well. So we're going to just simplify this anyway. Y plus 7, y plus 3 over y minus 3 and y plus 3. Those cancel, so I have y plus 7 over y minus 3. Okay, once again, these are the same. So 1 minus 16a squared is over 12a minus 3. I can factor. And actually, I want to take out a negative 1 here, which makes that a positive 16a and a negative 1, which makes it 4a minus 1, 4a plus 1. Here I can take out a 3. I'm left with 4a minus 1. So now those will cancel. So I'm left with a negative 4a plus 1 over 3. Okay, here we're like denominators, we're subtracting. So we have n squared, 3n minus an n would be 2n, and that minus that would be negative 8. Some people like to make it a plus sign and do this. Okay, that's helpful sometimes. Okay, now we're ready to factor it out. So this would be n plus 4, n minus 2. This would be n plus 3 and n minus 2. Those cancel. N plus 4 over n plus 3 is the solution. Okay, common denominator still, so we're going to add them together. So that would be 14k squared minus 7k. Okay, factor this out. I can take a 7k out. 2k minus 1. I'm guessing this is a 3k and a 2k. And I need a negative, so it'll be negative 1 and negative 1. Gives me negative 3 and negative 2. Gives you, okay, so those cancel. 7k over 3k minus 1 is your solution. Okay, so that's pretty easy to do when you have common denominators already. Okay, now, what if they're not like? Okay, so we're going to work on a couple of these. So how do I get these both to be alike? Okay, I can get them both to be a 6x. So to get this to be a 6x, I have to multiply it by 3, which would be 45. And to get this to be a 6x, I have to multiply by 2, which gives me 32. So now if you simplify this, it equals that. If you simplify this, it equals that. Okay. So now I'm ready to subtract because I have like denominators. 45 minus 32 would be 13 over 6x. Next one, the common denominators here would be 8a squared. So I need to multiply this by an 8. And to get an a squared, I need to multiply by an a here. Okay, so now I'm ready to subtract them. 32 minus 7 gives you 25 a's over 8a squared. And 25 over 8 does not simplify, but a over a squared is just an a on the bottom. Okay, so that's helpful to factor out your denominators to see how you can get them to be alike. Because notice they already are alike in the k plus k minus 2's. So all we need here is to make them a 5 over here yet. Then I have common denominators. So this is going to stay the same. And this becomes 20 over 5 times k minus 2. Now they're at the same. So I have k, whoops, that's a squared, k squared minus 4. Okay, so there's my adding, subtracting. Now I have to simplify. So k plus 2, k minus 2. Those cancel, so I have k plus 2 over 5. Okay, if you factor this, you have this. So to make these denominators the same, all I need is a y plus 3 over here. So that'll give me 7y plus 21 over those two denominators. And that stays at 35 over those two denominators. So now I'm ready to add them together. 7y plus 56. Okay, and if I divide 7 out, greatest common factor, and cancel those, I get an answer of 7 over y plus 3. Okay. Okay, to get them the same, this needs an x plus 3 over here. So this one stays the same. Multiply that 1 through 1 times that. If I add them together, okay, there's my addition part. Now I need to factor. Those cancel. My answer is x minus 1 over x plus 3. Okay, so to get them to be the same, this needs an m plus 2. Over m plus 2 and minus 2. This would be 2m plus 4 over the m plus 2 and minus 2. Okay, I'm ready to add them. We like denominators, so I have m squared plus 7m plus 10. Okay, simplify it. Simplify m plus 5 over m minus 2. Okay, now 13. Okay, looking at these, can't factor them at all. Okay, so the only thing I can do is multiply this side by w plus 1. Multiply this side by w minus 7. And now notice I have common denominators then. So on the top, I'll have 5w minus 35 over w minus 7w plus 1. I'll have 8w plus 8 over the two denominators. Okay, they're the same. Add them together, I get 13w, and negative 35 plus 8 is negative 27 over my w minus 7 and w plus 1. That does not factor, so we are done with that one. 14, common denominators. I need a b plus 3 on this side, and I need a b on this side. Now now they have common denominators. Okay, so this one will be b squared over b times b plus 3. And this will be 4b plus 12 over b and b plus 3. Okay, a lot of people would like to do this just so they don't forget. If you take that negative through, so that's helpful for some people. So I have b squared minus 4b minus 12 over b and b plus 3. Okay, if I factor this, be negative 6 and plus 2. Last two for us today. Okay, factor this 4 out, you got a p minus 5. Factor this, you got p minus 5 and p minus 3. Okay, now to get them both the same, this side needs a 4, and this side needs a p minus 3. Now they are alike. So this one will be 2p minus 6 over 4 times p minus 3 and p minus 5. This will be 4p minus 24 over 4 times p minus 3 and p minus 5. Okay, add them together. 6p minus 30 factor out of 6 cross those out. Okay, 6 divided by 4 is 3 over 2, and I have the p minus 3 there. Okay, last one, 2 and r plus 4. Take an r plus 4. Okay, to get them to be alike, this side needs a 2, this side needs another r. So here I'm going to have r squared over 2 times r and r plus 4, and this will be 16 over 2 times r and r plus 4. Put them together, r squared minus 16. R squared minus 16 is r plus 4, r minus 4. Those cancel. R minus 4 divided by 2r is my solution. Okay, so that's your adding and subtracting.